So the holiday season in full swing, folks. Many people are feeling overwhelmed with all the tasks that they have to complete. And with us this morning is our very good friend, founder of the Tea House Therapy and Associate, psychologist and principal therapist, Sonia Wynter. Good morning, Mrs. Wynter.
Morning.
Great to see you as
Good
always.
morning.
I said even recently, I was sending a message to the Smile Jammers, and I said, one of the reasons I think it's the greatest time of year is because I genuinely feel it's the only time of year we really make an attempt to love each other and be nice to each other. Having said that, why we have stress at Christmas? Where did that come from?
For that very reason, Neville, because there's so much expectation about love and family togetherness. So whenever there is difficulty in a family, which there often is, nobody's family is without problems, you know, these difficulties in families can come into sharp focus during Christmas time, you know, because...
Difficulties in this sense would mean?
Any tensions, any estrangement, you know, relationships that have come to an end. You know, the family suffers a lot more at this time of year. People who are bereaved, who have lost somebody important, you know, this time of year is hard, more difficult for them, you know. And then also there are people who actually mourn the end of another year of their life. You know, they look back over the year and they might focus more on their disappointments than on their achievements. And so that can create a sense of sadness and loss, and therefore stress for them. And then of course the financial obligations and the food obligations and the time obligations that can create a lot of stress for people as well at this time of year. So there's so much going on to manage that can create a lot of stress.
And so it's a time of year that there are particular types of coping mechanisms that people will say, okay, it's Christmas time. I get to hide it by going to the party. I get to hide it by drinking. But what are some of the more harmful ones that happen?
Exactly that. Sometimes we tend, like, you know, people who are having difficulty in their families, they can feel so sad that they try and drown themselves in drinking or over partying and lose control, and you know that often makes it worse. People also who are sad at Christmas time because they've lost somebody, they tend to want to ignore the season. They sort of forget about it, and there's a lot of evidence that shows that can make it worse. You know.